Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're taking a deep dive into Ranthambore. Uh, Quite a unique place in Rajasthan, India.
It really is, nestled right there,
Right.
where the Air Valley and Vinda ranges meet.
Yeah, it creates this sort of natural fortress. And what's so fascinating, I think, is it's got both this huge, formidable Fort of UNESCO site, no less,
Hmm.
and it's also a world-famous tiger sanctuary, all in one spot.
Exactly. So our mission today really is to explore that complex history, the surprising architecture, and definitely that incredible conservation story.
What really strikes me about Ranthambore, though, is how the land itself, the geography, shaped not just, centuries of human history,
Right.
but also what's happening right now with conservation.
Absolutely. It's where these two powerful narratives, heritage and ecology, they just completely intertwine. It's quite something.
So, delving into the fort's origins, it gets a bit, well, complicated, doesn't it? Historians don't seem to fully agree.
No, not exactly. You see theories floating around. Was it the 5th century? Maybe the 12th. It's quite a range.
But the key thing seems to be it wasn't like one big build.
Precisely. It was built up over centuries, different rulers adding bits, strengthening it. Especially the Chauhan kings, they really made it their power base.
And this historical ambiguity, this constant development by different dynasties, it really highlights how important it was strategically.
Oh, definitely. It was a prize. Everyone wanted it. For ages, those natural moats, the strong walls, they gave it this reputation. Unconquerable.
Right. But it did fall sometimes.
It did, despite the reputation.
Like, remember Sultan Jalaluddin Khalji
Hmm.
failed to take it in 1290, which kind of cemented that legend?
Yep.
But then, just over a decade later, Alauddin Khalji shows up in 1301. And that siege was, well, epic. 11 months.
An incredibly long time. And in the end, it wasn't just military might, was it? There was betrayal involved.
Exactly, and that led to something quite tragic the first, and actually the only Jal Jahar in Rajasthan's history.
That event, Rani Rangadevi and supposedly 12,000 women choosing self-immolation in the Padmala Pond, it was deeply symbolic, honor over defeat.
A stark illustration of the values of the time.
Absolutely. Its fall wasn't just a military loss, it showed vulnerability from within, even for the strongest forts. And this constant back and forth, Mughals, Marathas, finally Maharajas of Jaipur, it just underlines how vital that fort was regionally.
And beyond all the battles, the fort itself is just, well, an architectural marvel.
It really is.
You get this amazing fusion. You see the Rajput strength, those thick walls, huge bastions.
Definitely robust.
But then there are these subtle touches of Mughal artistry woven in. And the gates, the poles, like Navalaka Pole, Hathi Pole, heavily fortified entrances, each with its own history.
Right. But what makes Ranthambore truly stand out, architecturally and culturally perhaps, is that religious diversity inside the walls.
Yeah, that's unique for Rajasthan, isn't it? A temple, a mosque, and a church, all within the same fort complex.
It speaks volumes about centuries of different cultures coexisting, influencing each other. And then there's the Trinetra Ganesh Temple.
Ah, yes. That's something else entirely. Not just because it has a rare three-eyed Ganesh idol.
Which is unusual in itself.
But it gets mail, actual letters. People send wedding invitations, good news announcements directly to Lord Ganesh there.
It's incredible. That custom keeps the fort deeply woven into people's lives today. It's not just a relic, it's a living cultural center.
But the story doesn't stop with human history, does it? Those same natural defenses that made the fort strong also, sort of accidentally, protected the ecosystem around it.
For centuries, yes. And that leads us to the transformation from a royal hunting ground.
For the Maharajas.
Right. Into this vital wildlife conservation area we know today.
That shift is fascinating. How did that happen?
Well, growing awareness, really. Mid-20th century, people started realizing tiger numbers were plummeting. So in 1955, it becomes the Sawai Madhopur Game Sanctuary.
Okay, so a first step.
A first step. But then things got critical for tigers. So in 1973, it's included in Project Tiger. A huge deal.
And that led to it becoming a national park.
Exactly. That designation was crucial. And here's the vital link. The fort's historical protection kind of sheltered the forests and wildlife for ages. Right.
And now the national park status helps protect the fort itself from, encroachment and modern pressures. It's a two-way street.
So pulling it all together, what does this deep dive into Ranthambore really show us?
Well, I think it reveals this place of incredible layers. You've got Rajput power meeting Mughal art.
Ancient traditions like sending mail to a temple still thriving.
Mm-hmm. And all alongside this really powerful modern commitment to conservation protecting some of the world's most magnificent animals.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, perhaps.
Yeah, I think Ranthamboore's story is just this powerful example of how human heritage and the natural world can be, well, symbiotic. They depend on each other.
The fort protected the forest. The park now protects the fort.
Precisely. And it raises a really important question for us, doesn't it? Can this kind of integrated approach where culture and nature conservation actually strengthen each other, can that be a model for how we look after other precious sites around the world in the future?